Thank you for your patience, everybody. Let's begin, shall we? Also, let me get some music going. There we go, much better. Alright, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So, some of you may be going, why are you streaming right now? You weren't scheduled to stream today, you had the day off because you're gonna hang out with friends. That's not till later. Right now I just feel like doing some Sprite art. I thought, you know what? Why not turn on the camera while I'm doing it, you know? So, we're here. Also, let me say, Drogs and congrats on that first. Captain Crazy, good to see you well. Liari, good to see you too. Hopefully you're feeling well today. If you're not feeling well, I will come over there and force you to lay down and go to bed. But yes, welcome in everyone, welcome in. I'm gonna be doing some more 1-bit Atari style sprites in the form of He Is Coming today, because I want to, and that game is my latest addiction, so I figured, why not make some more? We got our outline here, as was tradition, you know, same as how we did it last time. And today we're gonna do something for Amalia, because we haven't done something for Amalia in a long time. I need to fix that. So, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to make Amalia in the 1-bit style. Which means, first things first, she does not use a shield, so that needs to be Yeetus Deletus. So let's go ahead and get rid of this shield here. Because instead what we're going to be doing is do the fact that she uses a spear, or halberd, however you want to call it, because it looks like a halberd, I'm going to be real. She calls it I think she calls it a glaive. She says spear or glaive a lot of the times, but it looks like a halberd, I'm going to be real. So, let's see. We're going to go ahead and start trimming this down a little bit. Meaning this hand is going to be free too, because it would not be in this hand. Let's go ahead and do this. And then just all the way down here to erase that, like that. We'll leave that there, just so we have a base idea as to where the hand could be. The odds are the glaive's going to be in this hand over here. So, dual sword. Oh no, she actually has a glaive, spear, halberd. Sharp, long, pointy stick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give her a glaive, and in this hand, we're gonna have this hand raised up and a lightning bolt above it, because she also likes to smite people with lightning. That's my goal for Amalia here. We're also gonna make sure that she is very horny, because as you can see, she has some big horns right here. Gotta make sure she keeps the horny. And you know, with how much she talks about old man Yowie, you know, let's be honest, she's pretty horny. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start carving this out. First, we need to get the shoulders right, which is right here. We're just gonna do a little bit like that, and 2, 3, start bringing it down a little bit. Sharp, long, pointy stick, exactly, down like that. And then like this. And then right here, that's about where one's arm would be, but let's go down a little bit more. Well, actually, we're just gonna do this, because the hand will need to be a little bit differently shaped than what I would normally do, because, you know, holding onto the halberd and all that. Let's delete that. Let's actually bring it down a little bit more. There we go. I did not delete that. There we go. Better. All right. Okay, and now we do this. Bring the arm back up, because she do have noodle arms. Let's be real. She has noodle arms. And right about there should be good. All right. It looks a little funky for now, but we'll make it work. All right, we also need to sketch out where the torso is going to line up. And let's see. It feels weird saying this, but I have to pay attention to how stacked she is to make sure I get the torso right. Anyhow, it feels weird saying that, but if I want to get the proportions right here, I have to. This arm feel is it's down way too low. Hold up. This is gonna bother me. Right there. All right, there we go. Now that feels a little better. Still a little weird, but it's gonna hold on to the glaive. The glaive's gonna stick out over this way, so it'll be fine. So some green there. I know. I was just making it to where things are done. All right, so we need to go bop, bop, bop like that. I could bring it in a little more, but for right now, we're just gonna go with this. All right, and we need to erase this. Matter of fact, we might need to bring the shoulder down a little bit. Can I bring the shoulder down a little bit? I don't think I can, actually. You know what, we'll leave the shoulder where it is for now. We'll bring it down later if we need to. Hey, Wolf, welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we need to just get rid of all these extra lines inside the torso real quick. Are not necessary. Okay. Also, for those wondering what the music is, this is music from, it's also pretty loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. This is music from Fire Emblem 4, Genealogy of the Holy War. Which, while I say that the game is a little overhyped, that one specifically, I do love the game. It's still really good. It'll probably never get released in the West because there's a lot of incest in it, but, it does have a bitchin' soundtrack, though. All right, let's see. Need to make sure that the horn is there, so bop, 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 and then it curves back up and around. Her horns are a little bit more of a challenge to do than other horns that I've done. Yeah, because that just doesn't look right. I think I gotta go a little further. No, back. I'll make it work. The horn is definitely large, but we'll make it work. What's with other countries? Well, thing is, back in the setting of Genealogy of the Holy War, where it's medieval fantasy, I mean, way back medieval fantasy, that was actually a very common thing. Why do you think so many people these days in royalty look a little weird? Nobility especially, because they kept on keeping the bloodline pure, and it was really weird. It was a weird time in history. So them having it like that in the game made sense, but at the same time, god damn. I need to... let's get the other horn done real quick, too. So we're gonna just start by going like that. Curves up. This one's gonna look a little funkier than the other. Because, well, it's not gonna be as pronounced due to the fact that it's supposed to be further back. I still don't like how that turned out. Not that. There we go. It'll look better once we once we fix this, so I have an idea. You know what? That'll probably look better. I may actually just copy this and bring it over here too. All right. Finally getting your CPU? Hell yeah. Congrats. The new CPU is a big deal. Oh, right. Amalia has a thick-ass tail. Y'all know what I mean. I mean, look at it. She's got her tail is so thick it drags on the ground. So. Also, I'm just noticing this, but her tail. I know she's a dragon, but it seems less lizard-like and more snake-like. Okay. Alright, so we want to get that. We want to get the tail done here, so. Well, no, let's get the torso and legs done first. We want to get the other arm being stretched up. Other arm being stretched up. So we're just gonna delete this down here. You see it? Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing that you don't notice until you're looking at it for this kind of thing right here, but yeah, a little bit more snake-like than what I expected. Not a bad thing though. It actually fits very well. All right, so we're gonna have the arm start right here, maybe, and just. Okay. Because we want to make sure that that needs to go out a little bit more first. We're gonna look like noodle arms. We are straight up gonna look like noodle arms, just putting that out there right now. Especially with how I did this. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I also did one of these for Eve the other day because she was feeling under the weather, so I wanted to do something nice, you know. Right now, somewhere between Roseburg, Oregon, and your home. I see, I see. Hey, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. You know what? Let's actually extend the hand a little. Let's extend it like this, and we're gonna just make this a nub hand. I'd like to have the hand open, but I am not skilled enough to do open hands. Not yet. It's gonna take a bit before I get there. I will eventually get there, but for right now, it's just gonna be an open hand, because, as I said, we are going to have we're going to have lightning right, that's caps lock, right around here. We're just gonna bop. And then from there, we go bop. Doing lightning in one bit's gonna be actually a bit of a challenge. I didn't think about that. Okay. You never think about how much of a challenge things will be in one bit until you realize, oh yeah, I can only do all of this in one color. You know, I had a better idea. I just had a better idea for this. Okay, okay. Go like this. Just gonna make it one long thing like this. Because even though it's lightning, it's also holy magic, in a sense, so we can do this. Move it down here like that. We'll make it a little bit longer, obviously. It's just that right now we're getting this to where we can. Thank God for transformation tools. There we go. And then we can just create some crackles off of it. Like this. Well, maybe not that much, just small crackles on it. We'll do it whenever we get the background going more so, but we could just make some crackles go along the sides of it. Ah. Yeah. Hell yeah, Captain. Hell yeah. Gotta go grab your cup of coffee? Ah, I see, I see. It's a gift for them. Of course, I like to do things for my friends. Just because I can. Though it has gotten me in trouble before, because people think I do things just because they think I do things because I want something. So they go, no, I never expect anything back. I just do it because I can, because I want to do things for people. But I understand people's mindset with that, though. Because there's so many people out there who only do things because they want something. Which is saddening, but it is what it is. Alright, so. Got that. We need to... Let's... You know what? Let's straighten out this leg a little bit. Maybe, Well, no, we may leave it to where the leg is bent, but... I want to try to straighten out the leg a little bit. Hold up. Just a little bit, not a lot of it. Because we do need a little bit of bend. A little bit of bend. Just not as much as we see right here. Let's see if I move it like that. I need to move the foot a little bit more forward too, honestly. Or I could just raise the foot. No. Now let's move the foot over here. I need to straighten it out. Not too much, though. That was a little too much. There we go. Now let's try doing this. Having like a Z. I was going to try that originally, but it wasn't looking right. Okay, that fits better. The less bend on the ankle makes this look so much better. Okay. So it still looks a little extra straight, but I want to do something a little different than the massive curved leg that we've been doing for all the other ones. So this looks more composed, like standing still instead of leaning forward, more like standing straight up, just leaning back a little bit to throw out a lightning bolt, you know? You couldn't see it, but I'm actually motioning out with my body. I have my right hand up in the air, just like in the pose. All right. So, first things first, we need to start doing more Dizigan. Alright, so she's got... Well, first let's delete the leg stuff. A little bit less leaning on the leg there. Maybe bring this in a little bit. Yeah, like that. That looks a bit better, honestly. I may need to extend the foot a little bit, actually. Hold up. Let's do this. And a little bit of this. Yeah, that fits more for this type of thing here. Just gotta do a little bit of that. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Maybe put a little bit of a bend there. You know, we'll mess with that later. We'll mess with that later. Alright. We also need to get rid of this. Alright. She is wearing a corset, so, or something like that. So we do need to go ahead and make sure. Here's the thing. Do I go for the full flowy vest thing here? Or do I go for the slender look on the arms? Because the slender look on the arms will make it easier. And it seems like most of her forms have the slender look. Well, somewhat. Alright, also let's move that like this. I'm gonna go ahead and grab... Oh wait, that's just layer 2. I don't need to do this. I can do this. We're just gonna put this over here for now. We don't need it at the exact moment. Outline, we're gonna move you down like this, because... Doy. Alright. Alright, let's see. She has 2 hairstyles. Long and short. You know, I'm used to seeing her mostly with the short hair, so let's go with this. We're gonna do the hair. And you know what? We're just gonna make the hair green so it sticks out against the blue that we've been using so far. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we need it to be sticking out a little bit over here. A little bit like, maybe start a little bit higher. Not there. Right there. Then like that. Okay. Guess this will go up. Needs to go up a little bit more, honestly. Yeah. This. We're just gonna get the base outline of it real quick. There, and you know, come down around here. Then like this. And she's got that long braid that comes down. She's got the anime mom braid, meaning she isn't long for this world, unfortunately. But first, let's go ahead and bring it up. Right, we need to go ahead and bring it down like that. Perfect. Okay, we're going to chop this off. Like that. Like that. I know this probably looks like madness to everybody, but let me get this to where it'll look better. We're gonna put a black background in the back, just so it's easier to tell what things will look like. See, you see what I mean by it's gonna look right? Alright, let's get that same green going again. Because we need to make sure the hair is right. Actually, we may end up leaving it sort of like this. If I do that, as such, looks like the hair swoop that comes down here in front of her face, and then this is just the back fringe right over here. We do, however, need to continue and make the bit that comes down, the braid. But I think we should do the braid after we finish. Oh, we're going to go ahead and cover up some of the shoulder too. That's actually a good idea. There we go. After we finish doing the clothing bit. All right, so back to blue. All right. Whatever's easy for... Yeah, doing this is not easy in the slightest. We got to figure out how we're doing this. All right. You know, I think I want to go for this version. Which means I do need to puff out the clothing on the arms a bit. But for right now, let's just get the vest. I'm supposed to the corsage, so... Corsage would be more like... sort of like this, actually. So like that. There we go. Which means we can yeet us delete us that. Alright, perfect. then the vest part. Because the vest is going to be a massive pain if I don't do it now. So we know that the vest is going to start right about... Well, I should probably also do this part here, because there is a small triangle that she has.
Meow meow, motherfucker.
And hey, Zeffy, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. It's good to see ya. How you been? I'm assuming you were doing Minecraft? Yep, you were last playing Minecraft. Looks like my assumption was spot on. But yeah, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. You swear you don't only play Minecraft? You know, I know you don't only play Minecraft. I still remember whenever we played a certain horror game together with me, you, and a couple others. God, that was a good time. It was a goofy game, but man, was that a fun time. And hey, Osamu, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we need to play some more stuff, Zeffy. We really do. Just hit me up sometime, okay? I know you're really busy, so I'll let you do the reaching out for whenever you're free to do so. Otherwise I'll feel guilty. May as well eat the dragon, you know, fair. But yeah, what we're doing right now is sort of similar to Minecraft. We're building with blocks, we're building with pixels, so you came in at just the right time. Trying to make Amalia here in a sprite art form. So we got the corsage, we got, we're gonna have to do this. I still need to make the vest. The vest is gonna be the hard part. I think the vest would actually start off sort of like this. Down like that, then sort of like this, maybe? Oh, that looks like a jumbled mess. Okay. So let's delete that. Here's... delete that. We're gonna put a block here. That looks better now. Okay. We're getting it. We're getting it. We be getting it. I just need to do the vest on the other side now. The struggles. Looks good. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it in a solid single Atari style color. It's gonna be 1 bit, but the outline always feels best on multiple colors, usually. That way you can go ahead and see, you know, where things are a little bit easier, so on and so forth. This one, it's gonna be right like this. There we go. So we can delete that. And delete that, maybe? No, do not delete that. We may do this. There we go. That made it look better. Okay. And then we delete this. Let's give a little more here and then here, maybe. That looks better. That looks better. Yeah, how is everybody? How is everyone? I mean, you were at Zeppy's stream, so I'm assuming you're doing great. We also need to make some long-ass sleeves, but that's gonna be fairly easy. Because all we gotta do is look at this, we see that it puffs out around the part where the arms would be, so that means we can just do a little bit like this. Because it doesn't puff out for very long. Just sort of like that. And now we can yeetus deletus. Actually, what we'll do is we're gonna do a little bit of that. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Maybe move this more over here. And make this hand a little bit shorter now. Maybe like that. We may make that hand a little shorter, though. Even more so. Got a cup of coffee? Nice, nice. All right. go ahead and do this. See? Sleep nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now we just gotta make sure the cuff looks right. Which would be like that. Let's try a little bit like this. Hold up. Then that. Because the blue outline is going to become a solid black. Keep in mind, the blue outline is going to become a solid black. So, just raise that. Maybe put, actually, maybe a little bit like this. And then, all right, that may be the best we're going to get the cuff to look. We'll just do a little bit. Okay, that looks better now. That looks better now. Okay, okay. Now we got to do the other arm. All right, the cuff would be about... All right, we know the cuff would be around here, so let's go ahead and start it like this. Also, I haven't mentioned before that the genealogy of the Holy War music slaps. That marching, you know, gallop that was going on there, that was really good. That's a little too big. Let's go ahead and do a little bit like that. There we go. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. All right. Okay. Slowly but surely getting it. And honestly, we're just gonna do a little bit like that. There we go. This arm was easier than this arm. Okay. I mean, I could also just bring this in a little bit. Like that. You know what? That actually looks better. Okay. Alright. See you in a second there, Captain Crazy. You've been wanting to get into playing Fire Emblem, but looking through it, you can't figure out which Fire Emblem game to start with? Okay. I'm gonna be honest. The one you should start with is Fire Emblem Awakening. It is by far the easiest one to get into, with multiple difficulty selections that actually work. It has both classic and casual mode, and really it is just the best entry point. Now, if you want a traditional Fire Emblem story, because Awakening is very good, but it's definitely different from the more traditional Fire Emblem stories. I love it though, it is really, really good. If you want more traditional Fire Emblem story, go for Fire Emblem 7, also known as Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance or Rekka no Ken. That one is a challenge. Mark my words, it is a challenge. But it is so damn good. It was my favorite Fire Emblem game for decades before Shadows of Valentia came out, so, There's a reason why so many people love Lindis, Eliwood, and Hector. They are beloved characters because they were just written so damn well. Alright. Oh, crap, she has a flowy thing on her back. Well, shit. First things first, let's extend this to give her that skirt thing. So she's sort of got a pencil skirt. So we're just gonna do this, then bring it around. Bring it up like this. Up like that. And bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Skirt added. Perfect. In fact, let's also bring that in to where now... Like this, maybe? Nah, we're gonna leave that the way it was. Alright, I'm just gonna bluify this because we've got this looking good here. I don't really see any need to modify the base shape of the leg so far. Do this. We may actually want to make the pencil skirt a little bit longer, so we're just gonna do that and that. Bingo. Alright. You know, I think I know what's bugging me. Skirt doesn't look long enough. There we go. Don't get me wrong, I do love a good mini skirt on a lady, but no. This is my buddy. We're giving her a normal size skirt. Still technically mini, but... There we go. But I'd rather not see that on my buddy, you know? We need to bring her t-shirt down like this, which will just be like this over here. Okay. There we are. This will all look fine whenever I go ahead and add in the colors. I promise. I promise. Okay. So, we've got the arms. We've got... We do need to extend the hair. We need to add... Well, we need to give her, you know, anime mom braid. That's how you know she's not going to make it past the first act. But also, we need to give her her tail. So let's go ahead and do the tail. Right, base the tail's going to be a little bit thicker than the rest. Hi back, I'm Alm. Right, thanks all, because we've seen people with some of the Fire Emblem characters, Smash Brothers Ultimate. It's like we want to get into playing Fire Emblem. Yeah, Fire Emblem is an amazing series. I highly recommend it to anyone who loves a good RPG. It is one of my all-time favorites. And I will say that with my whole chest, even if the modern fan base may be a bit lackluster compared to what it used to be. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad that a lot of people love it, but the modern fan base, after Three Houses, which everyone swears is the best one because that's the first one they played, they never played the others, a lot of people have been really, really obnoxious about it. It completely ignoring its flaws and just saying, oh no, it's perfect, all the others are trash. Think of, no? It's just that this is your preferred one, you know? Man, Amalia has a thick-ass tail. I know I said that earlier, but it's true. It's gotten to the point to where, even though I like Three Houses as a game, I've gotten to where I'm so annoyed with the fan base of Three Houses particularly that I haven't really gone back to it. Again, it's a good game. Three Houses is actually goddamn amazing, but fan bases can ruin a lot of things. Hey, Cooper, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see ya. Alright. Speaking of fan bases ruining a lot of things, the other day, Fushi posted a thing where it was, name one anime people couldn't pay you to watch. And I named JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because the fan base ruined that for me. I don't want to touch it because the fan base was so obnoxious, and essentially were Jehovah's Witnesses of anime fans. to where they don't shut the fuck up. And if you don't watch it, suddenly they're trying to convert you. Lo and behold, someone immediately said, oh, by the way, you know what? Let me see if I can just pull it up. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up. Let me see if I can grab a screenshot or two. Here we go. All right. Screenshot 1. We're gonna go new real quick. Just cut. That's a new layer, not what I meant to do. Okay, we want to go new page. Immediately, oh my god, that pixelated so bad. Okay, here we go. Immediately, this guy right here goes, I promise you, that's mostly Reddit and Arakari's right, and Arakari's writing is very good and pushes the envelope for strong female characters. The dude who made the series admitted he doesn't know how to write or draw female characters. So that's the thing of, okay, cool, happy for you. I'm glad you like it. And then, let's continue here. First, delete, and then we're gonna paste. Then I responded to him by going, I understand and respect your opinion, and I have no doubt about the writer being good. The show wouldn't have inspired as much as it has otherwise, but I simply don't wish to engage because of the fan base. And then this son of a bitch, bless his heart, he did not understand that he is doing the exact same thing that was the reason why I don't want to interact with the JoJo fan base. I understand, however, that perceived annoyedness of the fan base is a holdover from the start of the anime at this point. The fandom is much less annoying. I'm just going, my dude, you are proving in 4K why I don't want to watch this show. Oh my lordy. And I'm glad that they love the show. But the irony of the whole situation was just so thick and amazing. I didn't respond to them after that. I was thinking of, you know what, it'd be like talking to a wall. But yes. Back to drawing. I think I actually want to thicken up the tail, because it doesn't look right to me yet. I want to thicken up the tail. So, we're gonna just do a little bit of this, and then we're gonna start going down like this. All right. Watching BNA, MHA, My Hero Academia, gotcha. Need to continue watching since you're on season 1, but don't want to interact with the fan base of it because the fan base just ruined it. Yeah. The thing is, I'm happy that the fan bases are so happy with the shows that they love. I really am. I truly, truly am. It's just, if they want people to love it as much as they do, they gotta back off and let people decide to watch it and enjoy it themselves. Don't shove it down their throats, you know? Alright, Amalia's tail has now been thickified. So let's thin that part a little bit, though. Alright. Better. Okay. We also need to do the legs. Right. I nearly forgot about the leggings. The legs are simple to do, though. Like that. Well, whoops. Actually, we don't need to do that. We can just go here. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Don't need that there. Alright, and then on this, there we go. On this one, about the same, so we're just gonna there we are. Well, actually, no. We're just gonna make that flat like that. All right. Now the hard part. We got to do the braid. Oh, actually, should we do the braid? It might just be better to do it without the braid at this point. I think it might be better to do it without the braid. So let's go ahead and add a leaf. Because she do have her tail leaves, you know. We got to make sure that we add those. There's 5 of them. Okay. That. Dum. Alright, we're just gonna do that. Ah! Wrong button. There we go. Much better. That looks... You know what, let's bring this in a little bit. The one that you can't watch is Bobo 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 Bo. You know what? That's fair. That is a very, very acquired taste. Even I can't really watch that one. Just gonna make it to where that tail's that leaf is a little more covered, and then this part we're just gonna pop up, 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 up. There we go. The leaves are now there. Makes them... Yeah, we're going to be... Well, since this entire sprite's going to be one color, most of it is going to be green. Oh, we're going to need to move that eye back. Okay. Like that. Okay, that'll work. We're also going to thin up the head a little bit. Just because. Like that. Alright. Much better. Okay, we're just gonna do this. And now... Alright, now that we got the base body shape done, we're gonna start coloring it in. And we're going to use... You know, I think... We don't really need this open anymore. Perfect. All right. Let's just go ahead and use this green here. It works. Fill it in. I just realized my mistake. Hold up. We need to do a little bit of a different thing. We need to go ahead. We're gonna take some red now. Red's gonna outline the hair. You may be going, but oh, why are you outlining the hair with red? That's because we gotta do a little bit of something here. There we go. Now it'll look appropriate. Bum bum ba 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 dum ba bum ba bum bum. Okay, so do that. You know what? Let's do a little bit of this. Like that. No, let's do a little bit more like that. We're gonna do a little bit. There we go. Then we're gonna take the blue and we're just gonna bop, 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 bop. Okay. Now it looks more appropriate. Probably ought to do that too. Okay. You may be wondering, why'd you do that? You'll see. You'll see. Again, this is going to be an all one color sprite because we are making it in that Atari style. So. You will understand in a moment. You will understand in time. Things must be done in a certain way. All right, now that we have that, we're going to grab the blue, Control sorry, Shift R. We're going to replace it with black. I'm going to do same for the red here. Now you see the method to my madness. I was going to add her glaive onto this, but I don't know if it'll work well with how the sprite has to be done. That said, I am noticing that I do need to add a little bit more black to this sprite. Just so you can see where the feet are different from the main part of the body. Maybe not right there. Maybe like that. No. That'll work. Yeah, looks like a boot facing forward. Especially when I do that. Okay. Much better. All right. There we go. Maybe not that. Actually, no, maybe we can make that work. Hold up. Like that, maybe? Yeah, a little bit of shading like that, and up a little bit here. Yeah, that looks good. Now it looks like the tail is causing shade on the leg. Perfect. Which means I do need to do that. There we go. Much better. Much better. Not that thin, though. That said, we also need to do some shading on the tail to make it look right. Most Lost Genius method madness ever. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thing is, we're not done yet. We're also going to add some shading onto the tail. Just because it is off to the side here. So we want to make sure it's properly shaded. Anything we don't like, we can also just easily roll back. Like this. Do a little trim. Nah, I don't like the tail being shaded. We're gonna roll all of that back. We're just gonna let that tail be a thick color, you know? There we go. That said, this could use some shading. Maybe a crinkle or two. Like that. And we also need to do a little bit here. That. And a bit like that. Maybe not like that, actually. I did say she has noodle arms, but she doesn't have that noodly of arms. That looks better. Okay. All right, and then this part, we want to just make a little darker. That way it doesn't look like it's being absorbed into the body. We'll mess with that in a bit, actually. Mess with that in a bit. And by a bit, I mean now. So if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. Alright, let's just do this. Then a little bit that. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that looks better. We also want to round this off a little bit. Yeah, that looks much better. That looks much better. Okay. Let's go do that so that... Okay. Now here's the question. Do we add the glaive or do we just have the smite lightning? I want to try to add the glaive. I really want to. You know what? New layer. And we're going to try adding the glaive. We're going to do it in red, because that contrasts pretty good against green. Because the glaive would start about here. Go out to here-ish. Like that. And then the blade would be... sort of like this. Okay, let's see. Her glaive doesn't have two prongs on it like that, though. It more has one that just comes back along the side of it. I remember so many small details. I don't know why, but I do. Enjoy your lurk and work there, Snapples. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, now we need to thicken up the haft. Or the shaft, as it's also called. I think I made that a little too long. Maybe like that. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Now the big struggle is getting this to look right. Because what we'd have to do is we would need to, you know, let's blue this. Because we would need to figure out where exactly we'd want this to go properly. I need to do that. There we go. Alright, because like that, we can see it right here. It looks somewhat okay. I think I want to bring this down a little bit. Down and in. And by that, I mean we're going to do like this. Maybe like that. Extend it a little bit, maybe? Okay. Okay, so now that we see this, here's what we need to do. 1, we have to make it green. Like that. Then 2, we gotta make the outline black. So, we go like this, Shift R, Bada bing, bada boom. Now we gotta figure out how to get it to line up proper. Because we know we want it like this, but we also don't want it in front of the hand. So, eraser tool time. Invisible that. I'm going to... I can't erase while it's invisible. Son of a bitch. Alright. Okay, don't want to erase that. We do want to erase that. Gonna go very slowly here. Okay, okay. We're getting it. We're getting it. And now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some black and we're gonna put it over top like this. And we're just gonna do that for the rest as well. This way, it sticks out from the background a little more. Sticks out from the rest of the sprite a little more. Because it is covering up the leg. That is a problem. Let's do that maybe. And then... We can't get it to look right. Yeah, getting this to look right is going to be a struggle. Because you don't want it overshadowing everything, but at the same time... Maybe we do it like this. It's not coming out the way I want it to. Getting this to look right is definitely going to prove the biggest challenge of this. If we add the glaive. I mean, well, when zoomed out all the way, it looks more or less alright, but I don't know. I don't know, folks. I just don't know. That looks better like that, actually. So let's go ahead and just do that. Okay, that looks better now. Hey, Kenan, welcome in, welcome in. And I, Pixel Amalia, exactly. Do I want to do it like this? Leave that pixel. We'll leave that pixel. That said, now I have an idea on something I should probably do. I should probably do that. As well as raise this a bit. Yeah, that looks better like that. Okay. Not there. Okay, and then we will... a little bit extra shadow there, maybe? Honestly, yeah, the extra shadow right there is fitting. Okay, okay. We finally got where this is looking more appropriate. You'll love to see it. Yeah, how you doing, Kenan? How you doing? Gonna do that there too. Ladies and gents, we got it. Hell yeah. I think that looks nice. I think that looks nice. Let's do a little bit of shading on the arm here. Just cuz. Just to see what it looked like. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not with the shading on the arm there. That's much better. Okay. Still a little bit that bugs me about it, but I think this is mostly where we want it to be, if I'm being real. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't you just woke up from a nap? Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with a good nap. Let's do that to the cuffs. I like how that looks on the cuffs. Gives them a little bit more texture. Because let me tell you, getting texture whenever you're doing monochrome sprites like this, not easy. In the slightest. That'll work. Alright, let's see. Honestly, we could probably do a little bit of this. You can already see what... Nah, we'll leave it like that. Alright, okay. Now, the lightning bolt. The smite bolt. We gotta get this going. We gotta get the smite bolt going. Y'all know it. It's gonna be green, because everything is grandmother's green here. How do we make it look appropriate? All right. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Just relaxing, having a good time with some Sprite art. Text back forth with your dad about getting your mom something for her birthday. Oh, fair. Very important. Very important. All right. Well, we know what we gotta do here. First things first. We need to make it look like there's more magic behind these than what there might be. So, we gotta give extra zapping areas around it. So, let me tell you, doing more magical nonsense or doing more stuff for elements or things around an element, not that easy. You know what, we may end up just leaving it as just a lone bolt here, and just changing its shape up a little bit. Let's grab this green. Oh, actually, I could always just have it split off into two. A little bit back here. Sort of like it might be, you know, a magic... Sort of like as if it were a magic arrow, so to speak. That could be cool. Let's see. And what's it look like if I replace that with black right now? It's starting to look a little better. It's starting to look a little better. I think our plan is doing well. I think our plan is doing well. Still want that. Because lightning is not easily tamed. It's slowly but surely not looking the way I want it to. Damn it. Getting this look right is going to be the biggest pain in the dick. Because I want to do a proper lightning bolt, but it just won't look right as a proper lightning bolt, you know? Needs to be something a little different. I mean, I'd love to do a lightning bolt, but that's going to be a massive pain in the dick to do here. I mean, maybe we thicken it up a little bit. Thicken up the bolt. Maybe that'll help. We'll let Amalia be Zeus for a moment. Lord knows if any old depressed men are nearby, she might turn into Zeus. Amalia, I would like to formally apologize. But at the same time, you're my friend, so... Let's see. Actually, what if I do this? It's not looking the way I want it to. I can't seem to get it right. Because now that looks like some sort of fog. Okay, hold up. We're just going to delete that. We're going to create a new one. It's doing a lightning bolt. It is doable, but it doesn't look as good, in my opinion. Because you gotta do a lot of extra work, and you gotta make it really big. Though I could just do let's just do this. Hold up. No, it doesn't look as good. Doing magic effects is hard. Very hard. Just gonna put that out there. Let's try this, though. I'm gonna do something a little different here. Tie it backwards. See? It just wasn't looking like it right. It has to be too thick to do that. You may think I'm crazy, and you're probably right. But what I'm going to do is this. We're going to go bop, bop. And you know, I need to do that. Hold up. That one needs to be a 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2. Then we got 1. Gonna mimic it over here. Alright, so you may be thinking, what the hell are you doing? And my answer to you is the same thing I'm gonna say to anyone else. I have no fucking clue. I'm just trying. I'm trying here. Let me tell you, it's hard to do. This is proven to be very hard to do. Again, it just looks like mist. Alright. Don't let anyone ever tell you that pixel art is easy. It is not easy. I'm just gonna wait. I think I see what I want here. Hold up. Okay. We may have found a small solution. Small solution. Not a large one, but a small one. Because we just need to make it look magical. That's the main thing. It's got to look magical. Or ethereal of some sort. Meaning, it can be a little funky. I think those of you who are watching are now starting to see what I'm looking at. Okay. See it. Method to my madness. And my madness is just simply, I don't fucking have a clue. Alright, and a little bit more. So here, tie like that. It looks like nothing. Damn it! Sometimes going for it can have great results. Sometimes, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think this was one of them. Unless I can somehow manage to get this to blend together proper. It's just not looking like a lightning strike, and doing a standard thunderbolt does not work. It looks more like a moldy baguette. But yeah, how you doing, Cherry? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Maybe if I rotate it slightly, it'll look better. Oh! Hold up. We have something. We have a lightning bolt. Hell yeah! There we go. Now we just gotta make it look like it's crackling a little bit. So maybe some sparks off to the side or something like that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We got it. Pixel art is hard. Yeah, absolutely. See, you see, unless it's done by AI. Oh, yeah, we don't condone AI doing any of our jobs here. Well, except for maybe retail, cashier stuff. I mean, grand cashier stuff is an easy job, but it's thing. There's a reason you don't do pixel art. Fair. Hey, Jippo, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, now we gotta see what this mess looks like whenever I take out the black background. Ooh, I need to fix this. I need to fix this big time. All right. So we're gonna merge all these down. Because we got them where we want them. And now we have to properly outline. There we go. There's that. And of course, now we need to outline this too, but this will be easier to outline just because by nature of the beast, it's just a bunch of jumbled pixels, so technically all of this is just a bunch of jumbled pixels. But it resembles something. Our brains have pattern recognition to it that allows it to seem like more than what it is. Alright, so we're just gonna do this. And there's that. Now we gotta do these. Okay. Alright. Oh, right there. Okay. We got it done. We got the stuff done. Oh. How is it that the main body was so easy, yet the lightning bolt was such a pain in the ass? Someone explain that to me. Oh, man. Missing lines for Scrackle. True, true. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to export this. So it's going to choose file. New folder. This will be Amalia. Oh, I'm saving it the wrong way. Oh, wait, no, there we go. This will be Amalia solid at 48 by 48, because this is just 48 by 48 pixels, folks. Just put that out there. Because what you're seeing, that's zoomed in at 200%. That's zoomed at 200%. Normally, it'd be about that size, right there. Oh wait, no, that's not 48. I just realized I gotta do something to make it properly 48 by 48. It's not 48 by 48, hold up. is where the tail is. I actually need to move these. Like this. There we go. This will have it more proper. Still gonna be taller than 48 by 48, isn't it? Alright, well then, we're gonna see exactly what scale this is. Because we're also going to just... we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. C, Control N, no, that's Shift N. Control N. 48 by 64. So I move it over to the side, it'll be 64 by 64. You know what, that'll be a bit easier, so... let's not do it like this. Let's go ahead and move that back over. In fact, we're going to move it all the way like this. So this is 64 by 64. I was wrong. Okay. I'm not above being wrong. So let's see, Control Alt Shift S. It is 64 by 64. Let's go. That's 100% size. And then let's export it again at a larger size. We're gonna make it at around 300%. All right, don't mind me. I'm just gonna do some math in my head real quick to figure out. Okay, so 64 times 3 is... it is around 192 by 192? Yeah, 192 by 192. There we go. Perfect. And now the way the sprite has to look, if you want it to work with the black background, you gotta take that black, make it completely invisible. Because really, folks, this is what our art looks like right here. That's it. Yeah. I want you to think about that. So let's save that as 64 by 64 and as transparent. All right, that's that done. So we're gonna go ahead and close that down. I'm gonna send that off to Amalia real quick. People do this in the NES and SES Genesis era were wizards? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, where are the where's my DMs for Amalia? Hold up. All right, because I need to send her her stuff. Documents. A rabbit. A sprite. Coming style. Amalia. And I'm just going to send I'm gonna send that over. Made you on stream. Hope you like it. There we go. All right. Oh, that stretch felt good. That stretch felt real good. Oh, let me tell you. Still stretching, actually. The stretch hasn't stopped. I'm locked. I'm locked in place. Oh God, help. Send help. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. All right. So. I would feel bad if I only did one of these today. So we're going to open our base again. And we have done one for Amalia. I've done, as well as I've also done one for Eve. You should guess who's coming next if you know their little group. All right, let me get my references. Here we go. The fish. We're making the fish. So what weapon does she use? I'm not sure. Alright, so we gotta start up on this one now. Alright, I'm gonna do what I didn't do last time, which is I need to duplicate the background layer in case I accidentally overwrite my save. That would be really bad, you know? Alright, what time is it? 11:06, alright, perfect. And we're gonna keep on going. There we go. Okay, had to click. There we go. All right, so once more, we are going to go with blue, just because it's easy to discern. Again, we need to lower the shoulder here. Matter of fact, we may need to lower it a little bit more. But we're going to get that shoulder started. I should probably also find another thing. Don't know if Eikko has one. You know what? She might just be a magic user. Maybe fisticuffs. I know I gave Eve daggers because I remember seeing her use daggers in a Souls run, so... Yeah, we've heard this play multiple times now. I'm going to... Hold up. I'm going to find another thing for us to listen to. I think now we'll go with... Oh, what about this one? Maybe. Ooh, here's an idea. Mega Man X Jazz Session. Come on, load. Load, damn you. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can load. Load, you son of a bitch. Alright, I'm going to try refreshing the page. Maybe it was just stuck. Sometimes YouTube does that. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so first things first, let's get rid of the shield. Matter of fact, we can just do this right here, because we're not going to be using shield or sword. We can just... Perfect. Okay, looks like she would have her arm down a little bit sooner. Where's this? Can y'all tell that, yes, I do like jazz? Jazz is nice. Alright. Did it? Oh, that didn't look good. That may be a little short on the hand, actually. Let's do this. There we go, that looks better. May bring all that down too, still. Just because it does seem a little high up. You saw Eikko wield great gunsword and Liza P recently. Oh. Oh, I see, I see. I have an idea. Ah! No, don't do that. Control D. There we go. So that arm's gonna be down, but we're gonna have this arm up and the sword going along the back here. Yeah, that info does help quite a bit. Okay. Just gotta... Alright. Okay, okay. First things first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to... I've said it before, I'll say it again. It always feels weird whenever you have to do... Whenever you're doing art of any sort, be it sprite art or pixel art. Not normal art or pixel art. Because when you're looking at someone, you have to look at all parts. Which means, yes, I do have to look at this area to make sure I get it right, and it feels a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a little weird. Yeah, I gotta treat it like a medical professional. Exactly. She also has a skirt, but it is very tight around her legs, so I don't need to have it go too far out. It doesn't go that far down. No, it does. Okay. Everyone here has a skirt. Skirts are cool, though. Are you sure kimono over skirt? Well, she has a skirt on this side of it. As you can see right here. See? That's what I'm getting at. I'm marking this part first. Alright. Though the legs will be easy. Only this leg needs a stocking and then shoe. This one has shoe. So that'll be much easier. Comment withdrawn. Fair. Fair. Alright. So, now that we have that, only really goes to about here before it gets overwritten by the kimono, which would be like this. Okay, then we're gonna have it, yeah, about right there. We're gonna have it start coming back up. Like this. Okay. There we go. Get the obi. Or, technically it's only... Is that a full obi or a half obi? Okay, it's a full obi. It just looked like a half obi for a moment. That might be a little too high. Hold up. There we go. Let's erase those unnecessary lines now. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now it's starting to come together. All right. Let's see. We may want to may actually want to do that. Hold up. There we go. All right. So. Facing mostly this way, so this would mostly be the side here. How's the side? Okay. Okay. Is there one without the veil to make it easier to see? There we go. Oh, well, for the back, yes. But not for the sides. Okay. Okay. It's alright, though. We're fine. We'll just go ahead and look at it properly. Zoom out a little bit. Don't need to be that zoomed in anymore. Well, All right, let's see. A difficult part is getting this right, because now I want... Well, first, let's remove this. Ah, not that. Not all the way that. There we go. Do that. I think I may actually need to bring the arm in a little bit more. Yeah, that looks a little better now. Okay. All right, looks like there is a V shape right here. Should be more like this here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because there is a bit of a strap thing here. So, how can I get this to work right? Ooh. Maybe like that, and then this? Maybe like that? There is that strap. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Looks a little funky, but we'll leave it be for now. We'll get back to this. We'll get back to this. Okay, which means I may actually want to make the obi a little taller. Yeah, that looks more proper for the obi, though the obi would be more over here. Because the body's turning a little bit, that way. So let's go ahead and get this sketched out. That. Okay. So we have most of the torso. We may actually do it like this. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now I'm seeing it proper in my head. Sorry, I'm jammed to the beat a little bit. It's a good beat. All right. We may actually want to do this. Nah. Leave it like that. All right. The arms do have these veils on them. But before we do that, let's just get the other arm drawn first, shall we? Actually, I just realized this needs to have a frill on it. Like that. There we go. Alright, now let's get the other arm drawn. It's gonna be a bit challenging though, because we're gonna need to draw the arm down. Ooh, oh, actually, this isn't gonna be as hard as I thought it would be. I just realized I don't have to put it on her shoulder. This will be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I can have her set like that. And we're gonna have this great sword, just laying down on the ground. Because doing it on the shoulder would be cool, but at the same time, there's no armor here. That would cut in like a son of a bitch. So let's go ahead and have it on, down, and make it look like, just lift up, smack down, Because, all right, folks, I've actually used a claymore before. Hell, I've even used a Zweihander. If you don't have proper shoulder protection, if you don't have even just cloth there, because even with just cloth, if you go to lay your sword on it and it's not laying flat, that cuts into your shoulder. There's no avoiding it. you lay that son of a bitch flat. If you have armor, then you can have the blade resting on it, but you still don't want to. Otherwise, it goes... Ah! Hey, Ski, welcome in, welcome in. This is true. When it comes to female armor, the more revealing, the stronger it is. This is true. And you know what? I actually have a theory. I have a theory that works as to why that's the case in games, aside from it just being video game logic. If you want to put an actual theory to it, all right, think of it like this. There's a difference between the male and female body. One is like a truck and is utilitarian. That's the guy, you know, squared, you know, not many people. There's, you know, some ladies find it attractive, some guys find it attractive too, but it's more utilitarian. Whereas a lady's body is like a sports car. It's sleek and just people will always go, God damn, you know? Because sports cars are cool, you know? They're cool looking. Guys have to work to look cool. Girls, they just look cool by design. So I like to think that the enemy can't hit because they're so goddamn distracted. That's my logic for it. And I think it's a pretty solid logic right there. Hell, they actually touch on this in King of Fighters with Mai Shiranui, because her whole thing is that she distracts her opponents by being alluring. So, you know, it's a valid battle tactic. All right. Let's see.
Meow meow, motherfucker.
Hey, McFracker, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. How was, Momodora Moonlit Farewell? Oh, I want to play that one. I've played the other one right before it, but I haven't played that one yet. How was Moonlit Farewell? I hope you enjoyed it, because man, the Momodora games are amazing. Exactly. Another second you hesitate means a fist or a throat to the... Or not. Fist to the throat or knife in the gut. Exactly. You gotta be careful in battle. Yes, welcome everyone. How was the game? I hope you had a fun time. Right now, we are currently drawing Eikko. Well, is it Eikko or Eikko? I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm not sure which way she prefers the name pronounced. I need to ask at some point. Eikko. Okay. You like it? You play the first one too? Hell yeah. Now I know for when someone's gonna go burgle your house and when you need to use your rainbow guitar. I see. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start working on this arm that's gonna be holding the greatsword. Actually, I need to start bringing it down sooner than later, actually. Like this. Because holding a sword while it's down is a little bit of a different stance. There we go. That'll work. We're also going to bring in the shoulder a little bit. Ooh, no, we're not bringing in the shoulder a little bit. Nope. We're leaving it right there. Actually, maybe we should bring the arm this way a little bit, though. Thank you. Yeah, I love listening to jazz. Jazz is just really nice. Okay, so we got the main part here. Now we need to get the head drawn. So. She's got a relatively simple hairstyle compared to the others. Still elegant, but simple. And thank God, doing longer hair is or flowy hair is such a pain in the ass. Thank you. All right, so you know what? Just to make it to where it's easier to see where the head is, we're just gonna do this. So I think we may actually want to bring the head in a little bit. So let's do that, because I think we're gonna bring the head in like this. Yeah, we're gonna bring the head in like that. Just gonna leave a little bit of blank space here. Which means we may actually want to bring this up one. No. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually maybe leave the face like that. Okay. We'll mess with it as we go. We'll mess with it as we go. All right. Will you see art for something or just for this is just for fun. I mean, maybe one day for something just because I can, but this is just for fun. Mm-hmm. Aw, thank you for the compliment on pixel art, by the way. I appreciate it. We've been doing quite a bit of it today, and it's been turning out pretty good. We drew Amalia earlier, and I'm gonna see if I think she got it. No, she did not get it, it seems. Ah, that's what happened. It's a ping saying that someone went live. Gotcha. Okay. So, we have blue. We need to take care of the hair. Hair is just sort of very simple this time. And again, thank God for that. Saves me a headache and a half. It does come down, swoops in like this. There we go. A little bit like that. And she do have fish ears. So let's see. But it's covered by the hair, so maybe like this. So that means we also need to bring the hair out. So let's see. You know, let's bring the hair out first, and then we'll deal with that. Okay, the hair comes out like this a little bit. It's not as poofy as the others, but it's still a bit more. Like that. There we go. Seems a bit like a helmet with how the hair is done, but that's actually really nice. It only seems like a helmet right now because it's all one solid outline, not color, one solid outline. But there's a way to fix that. There we go. It's a real simple fix. See? But we gotta leave room for the eye as well, you know, because we want our friends to be able to see. Also, I think we're gonna move this eye right over here. It's gonna be a little No, we'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. It'll make sense in the end. Matter of fact, we may bring the hair up a little bit. There we go. Fish. Yes, exactly. Fish. You know what? We can make the hair a little more poofy because I see it does have a fair amount of volume to it. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna do that and that. Which means we bring this in like this. Fit in like that, because it's going to require a two-step program right there. It's like that. Okay. Because that's still hair. This is just the bang right here. All right. Now, how to do the ear? That's my question, because I want to do the ear right. You know? That might be the best I can do right there for the ear, unfortunately, because it does come down and then just swoop back up. It's a very short ear compared to the others who have, you know, giant horns or big ears, you know? Amalia is ready to, you know, she could shish kebab some beef onto those horns. And Eve, I don't know if she's a red fox or a fennec fox sometimes. I'm gonna be real. That said, I love the designs. All the designs are really good. But as a friend, I have to tease a little bit. Okay, I think we're gonna leave that at this, but this means we're also gonna round out the hair here a little more, honestly. Just because it's gonna bug me otherwise. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now, the legs. Okay, so, we're gonna bring this leg in a little bit because we need to. So we're just gonna do that. Just gonna thin it up a little bit. Because compared to the others, her legs are fairly thin. Which, there we go. Okay. And we don't need to trim that much. Do a little bit like this, maybe. There we go. Okay. So you do the pixel outline with the RGB, kind of get the idea, go over it with the blue and then black? Exactly. Exactly. Because in the end, what's going to happen is, go ahead and just, in the end, that's how it's going to look. It's going to have, yeah, this is just getting everything ready. There's going to be a black outline, so. And doing everything in one, making it to where everything works well with just one color is actually it's a trick of sorts. I don't know how I'm doing it so well, but it's not easy. Also, I saw the little shape right there, so I wanted to get that going too. I really like that little shape. Let's go ahead and do that. We're just gonna delete that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I could just use the fill tool for this, but I'm stubborn. I was about to say I'm lazy, but no, I'm doing the opposite of being lazy right now. I'm just stubborn. Alright. Do that, because that's where her shoe is. And over here, the shoe is also the main thing, but it's a very short shoe. There we go. Okay, now I use the fill tool. I'm no longer being stubborn. You know what, let's go ahead and just delete that. There we go. Okay, we've got the main out... I forgot, she has tail. She has tail. Okay. So we gotta get the tail done. Let me see the tail. There we go. There's the tail. Perfect. Alright. Now I want to go ahead and I think the tail will make red just so I can see it a little bit better compared to the rest. It seems to start, all right, around the same spot, right about, that is black, I want red, there we go. Seems to start about here. It's not as thick as Amalia's tail. Then again, whose is? Let's be real here. All right, we're just gonna... Listen, Kenan, I know what I said. I know what I said. There's no other way to phrase it. It should be thicker near the top, actually, so let's go ahead and do this. Because it thins out as it goes down, so boom, 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 okay. And we're gonna have it... Do we want it going up or down? Let's have it go down, because the other tails we had go up. So let's go down, which means we actually need to erase a good chunk of this. All right, so we need to do this, and then it flare. Then we're gonna have it go up a little bit. And just flare out into that V fin. Like this. May need to mess with this a little bit, because getting this is gonna take a little bit extra effort. There we go. Got it. We may just extend it a little bit right there. There we go. Now it looks better. There we go. You said nothing. You said nothing, but I knew what you were thinking. I gotta thicken it up a little bit right there. Please do not play the pornified music whenever I'm messing with drawing someone's tail. Please, I beg of thee. Oh my god. It really had to come into the chicka bow wow for a bit there, didn't it? Oh my god. The universe does have a funny sense of timing. Absolutely. Oh my lordy. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Okay, so I want to have the greatsword along the, held along the ground a little bit, but I actually do have a little fin on the tail, but that would be right about here, which would be covered by the hand. So we're not going to worry too much about it. And I am now a foxy man. That said, this beat, goddamn. I think I'm gonna raise this pixel by 1. Maybe this one too. Yeah, that looks better. A very poor system. Oh yeah, I don't have an exclamation point clip command. I need to set that up, but I don't know how to. I need to ask Amalia, Eve, or somebody to tell me how to do that. That's some good tea. Oh, right. Oh, right. I don't need to worry about this one. This one doesn't have a stocking. Okay, good. That said, there is a little bit I need to do because the kimono, or the mini kimono, has that right there. So I need to make sure that is done proper. Goes down like that, then around like such. There we go. Better. All right. Now the hard part will be adding the weapon. It'll be adding the weapon, but first let's fully color in Eikko here. Let's fully color in Eikko. So, let's get the background going. I think honestly orange is what I associate with her the most. So let's go ahead and get orange. And we're just gonna start filling this in. Ah! Okay, so now that we have that, we need to also do this. Shift R. Okay, and I do think we're gonna go ahead and just... There we go. I wanna try something. That looks better. That's a better looking ear. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better for the ear, I think. There we go. Makes sense for koi fish. Hard part for the tail is adding the fish scale design to it. Yeah, the scales we don't need to worry about though, seeing as how it's all one color with how the sprite's being done. So we don't need to worry about that really at all, which is, oh, thank God. There we go. Because I remember correctly, that started lower on the back. Okay, I started right where the tailbone is, right where the ass is. All right. Though I do realize with how I had to do the obi, I unintentionally made it to where she has the most snatched waist of all the people that we've done so far. Unintentional, but it's just how the obi does it. And to be fair, that's what obis do too, you know? Because they just pull everything in, sort of like a corset. Okay. Now we need to figure out... Oh, I forgot to do... I forgot to do that! Oh no! Hold up. I just realized what we forgot to do. We forgot to do the shall. It's okay though, we can make this work. Let's get rid of the black background. Because her hands are shown about like that much. So, shouldn't be too hard to add in, you know? Like that. And then we also need to make a line to distinguish from shall in the shoulder, because it really only starts right about here. Sort of like, sort of like that, which means I can erase that one. As well as those. There we go, that's one. Like the Japan version of Gorset? Just a happy little accent. Exactly, exactly. All right. Just gonna do a little bit of this here. There we go. Better. I need to do it for this arm too. I think the far arm's gonna be the harder one to do. But we know it leaves her with a good amount of wiggle room on her hands, so do that. And then we need to bring it down a little bit. So it'd be sort of like, should be sort of like this. All right, let's scrap that. Okay, that wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I just had to keep in mind the 3D space, which is weird to say, seeing as how we're making it a 2D image, but I had to think about the 3D space. All right, there we go. So far, so good. All right. Ah, that's some good tea. That's some good tea. Now, the weapon. That's gonna be the hardest part. Because here's the thing, she had a great sword. I don't know if we have enough space to do a giant great sword. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna create a new layer, and we're gonna try. All right, once again, we're gonna go with blue so we can see. She may end up with just a she may end up being the one with a normal sword. Or, actually, do you think she'd use an axe? Or a curved great sword? I can make that work. Okay. I have a plan. I have a cunning plan, Blackadder! And to any of you who said, yes, Baldric, congratulations, you're cultured. Okay. More grit than Link? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Good to go up. Also, how you doing, Ethereal? Hope you're doing well. All right, it's gonna go about to here, normal, and then this is where we start curving it up. Oh, I can't go too high. I need to start trimming it down here. So more like that. Then this. This. And down to about like this. Perfect. Hell yeah. We're gonna bring it out a little bit because it's a little too in. Like that. Because we know where the handle is going to be. The handle is going to be along this part, because you need to make sure that you show a little bit of the handle. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. Though a handle on a greatsword would be much longer than that. It would actually go down to about right here. I'm gonna be real, because those are two-handed swords. I know. It looks like she's just wielding the Tetsaiga. Don't worry. I understand. Sort of the intention, honestly. It works. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Grab the orange. Bop. 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 Okay. And then, like that. And all we have to do now. Perfect. Though we may actually want to, do a little bit like that. Actually, may want to extend the hilt a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we want to extend the hilt a little bit. Just to make it look a little different. And we want to give this line a little more emphasis. Just to make it stick out more. Maybe not that much. Because now it's the time to do shading. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Much better. Okay, that's a fancy looking sword. Hell yeah. Eikko clearly playing a Moose Owl game? Hell yeah. It will kill 100 things in a single strike. Exactly. Refined fish with a big fuck off sword. Yeah. Ah. Okay, we do that there. There is a method to my madness right here, by the way. The shading, I mean. Yeah, let's not do it right there. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, I like that. All right, now we gotta do shading on the rest. So let's get this going. I want the black, thank you. Okay. Oh, right, because I'm on the wrong layer. There we go, doy. Sometimes, you know, you just forget you're on the wrong layer. No, we're not gonna mess with the tail. Tail is fine. A little bit like that. This. It's because we're adding a little bit of shading, not a lot of bit of shading. There we go. Okay, okay. Better. And here we go like this. Not like that though. Over here, a little bit of shading. Actually, we could do a little shading like that. And then that. Right there. On the foot. We'll add a little more detail to the obi here as well. Just like that. Not a lot of detail, just a little more detail. Yeah, because that looks pretty nice. Well, there we go. Now it looks more like an obi than instead of just a line going all the way up. Okay. Of course, So I think on the leg I want to undo the shading. So what I need to do is I need to make the sock a little more pronounced. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Actually, no. I like it more like this. On the front leg... yeah, let's leave the legs alone. Let's leave the legs alone. We don't need to add shading onto these. Alright. But I think that's pretty much it. We now need to do a little bit of this though. Because we don't want to make it look exactly like a helmet. So we just gotta... Ooh, nope. How about that? Just be that one. Yeah, just that one. And if we can, let's give her a mouth. Looks better without a mouth, honestly, in my opinion. Well, maybe. The annoyed Eikko just, oh no. Yeah, I think it's better off without the mouth. Looks more. The Mei long layer music. Tenseiga. Oh, Tenseiga, that's the one that revives. Yeah, Tenseiga. Tetsaiga's the one that that slays. And then there was a third one that what's his name took in the movie. Fun fact, I actually have all 4 Inuyasha movies signed by Richard Ian Cox. I actually went to a convention. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. I went to a convention called Anime Bonsai a long time ago. And he was there, and they said, okay, only 1 signature per person, though. I went, okay. That's what the people at the convention were saying. I thought, okay, I don't want to break the rules, so I just brought the 4 movies. I was originally going to ask him to sign them all. I said, hey, would you mind signing whichever one's your favorite? He said, well, now that all 4 of these in front of me, I can't not sign all of them. I was like, oh, well, thanks. Richard Ian Cox is a great dude. Absolutely fantastic, dude. All right. So, I think we might be done here, honestly, unless you want to add some shading to this. Sort of like that. It does sort of look cool. Gives it sort of a serrated edge look to which reminds me of fish scales. I like it. Okay, we're going with that. Can you say you've heard of him? Oh, Richard Ian Cox is the English voice actor of Inuyasha. All right. I think this turned out pretty good. Let's look at it without black background. We have shading we need to do. Okay. So now we just touch up this way. Anything else we need to do touch-ups on? No, looks solid. All right. That's another one done. Now we just need to, you know what? Let's do it like, we're just good. Yeah, we'll grab it like this. Copy, new, 64 by 48. Okay. I forgot to merge some layers. I almost forgot. Copy, paste. There we go. And this was 68 by 42. Shift S. Choose file. This is gonna go documents. Sprite. It's coming style. Eikko. And then solid. And this is, yeah, it was 60 what by? Ah, shit, I forgot the dimensions. Okay, hold up. How much? Okay, so 48 by 48, then plus 16 more. I'm just gonna plus 16, 64. So 48 by 64. No, 64 by 48. All right. Export. And now export a large version that's at 300. So this would be, I'm just gonna use a calculator. Screw doing this in my head right now. Okay. So 64 times 3 is 192 by, and then 48 times 3, 144. Perfect. Export. There we go. All right. And then of course we need to do the transparent version as well. Just because that's how the sprite would look, you know? Transparent. And then make sure it's the same size. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We done. We Gucci. We Gucci. All right. That's another one done. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sort of want to do another one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to call it here today. So, folks, again, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting that follow button. It helps out quite a bit. And if you're watching this on YouTube, consider that like button. It helps a lot more than you know. Do stick around for the rate of you here on Twitch. I'd greatly appreciate it. But above all else, have a great day, folks. Alright, now let's see who's live that we can raid. Who can we raid at the moment? Let's see. Whoops the fuck can we raid? Are they still live? Are they still? They are. I know where I'm sending us. I'm going to send you over to Kanubi because she is doing some Dark Souls 1. And you all know that I love Dark Souls 1 as one of my all-time favorite Souls games. So, do be sure to grab yourself a raid message. Remember, the one that has a dragon head is global. You can use that whether you're following or sub, doesn't matter. Whereas the one with the animated emote is for subscribers. So do be sure to grab whichever one you can. And again, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate every single last one of you for being here. And I will catch you next time. Peace, everybody.